In Aries, yay! This is my Shady Cheryl's channel where I follow the moon and I show you astrology in a month because I'm that bitch. Thank you. Let's get right into it, right? So first of all, this is the moon in Aries. It's my 10th house. But let's find out what the Aries moon is all about. Let's tell you where I got this from. If you click up here where it says moon face calendar, just click it. And then when you go in there, we're going to get a little description about moon in Aries. So let's read it. It's the last quarter. So basically, this is a moon coming from the full moon that we had. So it's now coming into a new moon again. So it's losing its luminary powers. It's showing the ending of that last full moon in Sagittarius is preceding these endings of what they're coming to. So that last new moon, full moon, happened in the 6th house, health, work, the house of cousins, siblings, pets. Okay, so let's find out what happened to me. So this is on a Tuesday, which is a Mars day. The moon is in a Mars sign, Aries. The feeling of uncertain can make you solve problems faster than natural because you feel uncertain. Remember, Aries is coming from Pisces. Do not rush as if there was a deadline. Try to slow down so that you can decide what you want to do and proceed at your own comfortable pace. So I don't really like that advice. I'm going to give you my advice to Moon in Aries. You're the pioneer. You're the first one to feel it in your gut. Intuitively, you just know when it's supposed to happen or when it's supposed to strike. So don't listen to these folks when they tell you to slow down. Go with the pace that you feel in your gut. And try not to burn a bridge while you're at it. Right? So let's go into finding your birth chart. So we're going to go to free. First of all, I have my own website. Hang on. Excuse me. I have my own profile. We're going to go to free birth chart and natal. Here we go. I guess not. Let's sign back in. So I'm going to go into my free birth chart and natal. We're going to go put calculate. So I got my birthday. I go to extend the settings right out here. Keep it in Placidus. Actually, let's put it in whole signs. That way you can learn. Because I have a couple things going on in that house. So put it in whole signs. You're going to get this dandy. Go to custom graphics. Things are going to come up as in degrees. As you can see, Aries rules my 10th house. We'll show you what that's about. Click the transit chart. I'm going to need you to go to edit birth data because I'm actually later in the game. So this happened on the 21st. As you can see on the transit chart, they're going to give you the 27th, which is today, the day that I'm recording it. So my Tuesday is a regular day for me, y'all. I like to work out. I've been on my workout routine ever since Jupiter and Mars had combined together in my 10th house. So just continuously pushing harder in my workout routines. So usually I do readings in the morning or in the rising, and then I spent the whole day researching. Usually I was working on the Eisenhower video. That took a couple days to prep. I've been working on, before that, I was working on downloads for this new moon and things that I knew something was coming, so I felt the energy to keep looking into shit. This is when I came up with that theory, working with your enemies as a Cancer. Because the full moon in Sagittarius was happening in the 6th house of a Cancer rising. The 6th house are open enemies, facing our hidden enemies. So I'm gonna put. I woke up late. I've been waking up late because that's happening in my 6th house. Again, those 6th house placements, moon, throw off your schedule a little bit. So I woke up late. I got to the gym around 10, 11. Around 10 a.m. I was working out. See how that looks like. So you see the moon? Sorry, I'm eating seeds. So you see the moon is located up here. I don't have any Aries placement except my Lilith is in Aries at 9 degrees. Now Lilith is our drive inside of us that is uncontrollable. It's kind of like Uranus, unexpected, but it's more determined, it's more driven, and it looks a little bit more sexy. Uranus kind of looks like a mad scientist. where this one kind of looks like a bitch. Okay. Um, Couple things. I did a reading that day for two people, and I had to like get precise. I had to make sure. I've been working on actually finishing the readings and my writing notes within the readings, so I don't have to overwhelm myself later on with the work. So even if it means like stepping out of whatever I'm doing, like at this moment, I actually went to the gym, and I was at the gym's parking lot where I was actually working on this. So on my readings outside of the gym, getting ready to go to the gym as soon as I was done. So I thought that was interesting. I think that I also that day I was running late. I was late to work. It is not good to be late for work when the moon is in your 10th house. Even though I'm late, don't worry about it. I'll show you when that happens. I came in like 5. Supposed to be at work like around 5. I said 5:35. Let's see how that looks. See, the moon is in the 5th house, and I at that time lately I've been visiting my ex-boyfriend in the hospital. He's actually sick, so that's some 6th house moon thing that has been going on since the full moon happened in Sagittarius in the 6th house. He's been sick. And I've also had an argument. I don't know if I said this on the moon in Pisces, but I had an argument with family members and close friends of the family. Actually, it happened on the moon in Pisces, which is interesting because it's the 4th house moon to that full moon in Sagittarius. And then I confronted the person on the moon in Pisces going into Aries. And that already has switched the stone of the routine. So I just wanted you to know that. I don't think I worked out outside. Maybe the following day I did work out outside. So the next day, the moon is still in Aries. So before we even go there, like I said, the moon, the first thing that the moon goes over is Jupiter. And I think around that time, if I'm not mistaken, I believe my mother was getting ready to go on a trip. So I think I acknowledged that one. And I also confronted my ex, who's a Sagittarius, which is Jupiter ruled energy, about his narcissistic ways. So that's pretty interesting. That started on Tuesday. So now let's look at Wednesday. Around that time, like I said, I still, every day I kind of go visit him in the hospital still because I'm loyal. And I think that day, on the 22nd, no, I shot the video on the 21st, so Jupiter. Let's make sure. Actually, no. I don't think so. Sorry, I just want to make sure I'm not giving you the wrong information. You should definitely check in my United States videos. So I think I shot this. Go to home. Go to your channel. Manage. Yeah. So I did Harry S. Truman that day. So I shot that video on Tuesday, actually, which makes sense because the moon went over my Jupiter. But I was already arguing with these Jupiterian people. So since the moon was in Aries that first day, I decided to focus it on me. Because I was already arguing with people. So I said, fuck that. I'm just going to focus on me and my situation, what I got going on for me, my 10th house. So I go back to building my 10th house, which was on that Tuesday. Um, did I shoot anything after that? No. And then after that, I shot today. I just wanted to make sure. So back to the following day, right? So a couple things happened. I still get in an argument with this person. I think I run outside. So I'm gonna actually put that. I'm gonna put like I think that happened around 11 a.m. No, by then I think I should be doing the reading. And I'll tell you right away. Thank God for calendars. And we're almost gonna save this so it won't be too long. You know us. Yep, my reading was at 12. So I think I woke up late again because this moon and full moon and that sixth house fucks up my schedule. Okay. But I was still trying to work efficiently about this. I think I do a live that day because there's a lot of 21 degrees. There's Jupiter degrees, which makes me want to teach, talk to people. The Jupiter was at 6 degrees. So that day, the only thing interesting was that there's these meetings that we have in my job that are safety meetings. They're this bullshit. They just happen like for the beginning of the day around 6 p.m. Where I also meet the new female on my team. Usually my team is full of men. And I now have a new female, which is funny because now I have to work with the enemies. Not that saying that girls are my enemies, but I usually don't get along with females in the work industry because of my masculine energy. And because I know that, I started, hey, just keep it cordial, keep it Virgo-like. So I'll show you that time. That was around 6 p.m. We're already in that meeting. And it's funny because Moon and Mars were on that day. I think I met her on. That's funny. It's around 6:20 in the afternoon. That's when the Moon and Mars conjoin. And I met that lady. Like I said, a new female in my job. And it's funny because Venus was at 29 degrees and she has long hair. Which is a Leo degree. She was acting like a boss already. I don't give a fuck. I'm the main character. Okay, what y'all talking about? They gonna get. I was also kind of late that day. Not good to be late on the moon in the 10th when the moon is transiting in your 10th house, especially if you're building on a promotion. Okay, so basically, just the finishing touches of the 10th house. The 10th house, sorry, can come up. A couple things can happen. The 10th house squares your first house of the body, so you can feel tired. You could feel, also you could feel like a boost of energy coming to you. It depends on what transits are you really receiving to that first house. It could cause arguments because I have Mars to the 7th house. We got Jupiter and Mars together is the way I express myself. And then because Mars is the ruler of my 5th. And then Jupiter is those conflicts, arguments, karmic situations, patterns that we notice that we're being tested to see if we're going down that same rabbit hole. So I just wanted you to be aware of it. The 10th house always brings up your job, your career. So these are the times you want to watch what you say because they might take it the wrong way, especially when you have the ruler of your enemy house up there. So I just wanted to bring that up to you guys' light. Thank you. I'm going to save this so it's nice and short.